consolidate. I made a post the other day talking about Bitcoin, and I showed that Bitcoin hit roughly $20,000. I believe that was 2018, and it went down to $3,000 and didn't see $20,000 again for over 2 years. So when you see things as far as the people saying hold or being impatient with a coin or something like that, when you make these entries and you say that you're long term, don't say you're long term with the anticipation that you're going to be in the green the entire time. All right, welcome back, YouTube. So today I'm going to do some Dogecoin TA, and I'm also going to look at the Black Friday sale that we have going on now and show you the difference between the charts that I look at and what I believe most of the community looks at. So if we take a look at the chart here, this is what I would look at before I say something like, what's going on with Dogecoin? Is it dead, or has it broken through, like as far as like its formation, or is it no longer bullish? And if you look at on the all-time chart, you'll see that it is in perfect align with all the patterns and cycles that have been set before it. And also, you know that this is based off of history, where we are now at up to 20 cents. Preferably, I'm waiting until the teens, but you'll know that this is an ideal time to either make an entry or to buy to increase coin count, bring your DCA down. This is ideal just based off of looking at the chart here. The issue, I believe, is that most people are doing this and looking at this chart. And this is what's having them freaking out, saying that, oh my God, this is, it's bearish now. The coin is dead. What's going on? It's not going to do anything. Because I see all these comments, and from my perspective, I don't know where you're getting it from, because again, we look here, what's the problem? The only issue I see now is the fact that it's still holding on to the 20 cents, because preferably I'd like for it to get below 20 cents before I made an entry. That to me would, just based off of the amount of coins that I have and my current DCA, for me, I would like to see it in the teen range before I made a purchase. The biggest, the most money you're going to make typically, as far as for increasing, is going to be on increasing your position, is going to be on a bear cycle, or when there's a correction or panic or confusion in the market. The same way that a catalyst is going to drive income and give you that huge overswing that is going to drive that FOMO and institutional money in, and it's going to make you a lot of money. It works the same on both ends. So you just kind of have to, or I believe the phrase goes, when in doubt, zoom out. And this is what I need most people to do here, and realize that based off of history, because you can see we've been here a few times before, based off of history, you know what you should be doing right now. So again, this is not financial advice. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but just look at the charts for yourself and you can make that decision. As far as for the Black Friday sale, we know that overall in the market, and even what I'm talking about now, as far as for a catalyst and driving when there's going to be a great entry or not, this is going to work across the crypto market and the stock market. We have some panic in the market right now because of the new variant that's breaking out. So we saw the shock waves run through the market, and I believe Friday was the worst day for the year. We dropped over 900 points. So if you're long-term in the market, which you should be, and when you have your favorite companies, your quality companies, this is the time you make your entries. When we have these really bad days and we have the market drop, this is a perfect opportunity for you to make your entries and increase your positions. And since we're talking about Black Friday sales and in making entries, I went over this in one of my lives, but I know it was a bit of a long video, so some of you may not have caught it. So I'm going to break it down here as far as for how I look at making entries, whether that's to average down or to buy the dip. And I do them in typically 10 to 30% intervals. So to start, anything 10% or less, I don't entertain. So whether that's me buying the dip or a entry off of an all-time high, if it's 10% or less, I don't consider that a discount or consider that a good buying range. I automatically do not entertain it at all. And I don't care how high it ran or what the catalysts are saying, it can make another 5,000%. I'd rather miss out on it than to buy it that close to the recent all-time high. So 10% or less for me is off the table. So next up is going to be that 10 to 20% window. I consider this an okay range as far as for making a entry, but preferably I like to have a gap there just to be effective with bringing your DCA down or increasing my position or making my entry. It'll leave the greatest amount of return there, whether it's on the bringing my DCA down. It'll make it so that I'm not so close to the current all-time high that I don't risk going further into the red and having a bigger spread that's against me. And it also put me in a position to be able to have some meat on the bones that if I need to take profit or something in the event of an emergency. And on the other side, as far as me making an entry, it's really somewhat similar, the same thing. It doesn't put me that far in the red or risk me being on the wrong side of a correction if I intended for it to be a short-term play. But ideally for me, what I like to see is that 30%, 40% off as far as like the all-time high. That's where I like to make my entries. So if you've seen some of my older videos with crypto, and I say as far as like the cycles, making the corrections are at least 50 to 80%, that is 10% above or roughly 50% off of an all-time high. That's where I say, okay, this is the correction. This is the golden zone as far as for making these entries or increasing your position if you're already in. And ideally, that is what I shoot for because these are the, especially in the crypto market, we have these wild swings. So you're going to have to give yourself room because we have things like crypto winters or we have the ability to consolidate. I made a post the other day talking about Bitcoin, and I showed that Bitcoin hit roughly $20,000. I believe that was 2018, and it went down to $3,000 and didn't see $20,000 again for over 2 years. So when you see things as far as the people saying hold or being impatient with a coin or something like that, when you make these entries and you say that you're long term, don't say you're long term with the anticipation that you're going to be in the green the entire time as far as being long term. Are you willing to hold a coin for 2 years in the red if you believe in the coin and know that it's going to do, or if you feel like it's going to do X number of percent over the long term? Because a lot of people sold that Bitcoin, and we've all seen the memes and the people selling, $100 million pizzas and stuff like that. We've seen it. So my question to you is, and I've just made a video yesterday asking about what the crypto market evaluation is going to be in 10 years. What are we going to see when the crypto market expands 3.89 and have an overall $10 trillion market cap? What are those numbers are going to be? And are you willing to hold to reap that benefit on the back end? These are the questions that you have to ask yourself. So when you're buying the dip, looking to make your entry for, this is just how I do it, not financial advice by any means, but 10% or under, I don't entertain it. 20 to 30% is okay, but that 30 and above range for me, that is ideal and golden. That is where I like to make the entries. It gives me the greatest amount of meat to kind of give me the options that I need. Because for me, the biggest thing is to make options, whether that's to increase my position or get out of a position if I need to. And I try to always make sure that my options are available to me by not going like completely all in, saving some money with the anticipation that I'm going to have an opportunity to average down. The market, stock market, crypto market, it rewards people with patience. So, and that's, that ties into holding and stuff as well. But if you're patient, typically you'll be rewarded. So when you see opportunities like the Black Friday sale that we're having this weekend in the stock market and the crypto market, you'll be able to capitalize off of it because you've been waiting for these entries and these corrections because you're a patient investor and you know that everything doesn't always go up. So you've been waiting on this opportunity and now you're going to increase your position for the long term, or you're going to average down to make an exit and move into a more favorable position for you. So that is how I view buying the dip, taking, averaging down and stuff like that. I want to put this in a shorter video for all of you. So with that, as far as for this upcoming week, pay attention to the charts. If you have your position and you have the numbers that you're looking to get in, I gave you mine for Dogecoin. I'm looking at anything under 20 cents. We're close, but not quite there yet. So I'm still holding off. Know your numbers for your positions and stick by them. And hopefully you can increase your coin count and get your portfolio adjusted during this sale. So if you found anything that I had to say in this video that had value, please consider giving it a like, subscribing to the channel. When you like the video, it helps push it out to new subscribers, new people as far as on YouTube. It helps the channel grow. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. And until next time.